Good morning, y'all. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hey, just getting ready. Got errands to run, got stuff to do today. It's a busy day. So I decided to go live and do my makeup at the same time so I could talk to y'all. I know y'all have not seen me for a few days. I've been busy. It's been my daughter's birthday week, so we're busy all this week. But how are y'all? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, so we're gonna be talking about, is he doing enough? Okay, because some of y'all are accepting less than the bare minimum out here. And that's not good. Okay? It's not really good because then it shows up later in the relationship when you're feeling like you're doing more and you're not getting enough out of it, and he's not doing this and he's not doing that. It's always going to show up later. That's why you need to get what you want, and you need to get him into the habit of giving right from the beginning and continue doing that. Don't let him slack up, because as soon as y'all let someone slack up, that's when they start doing way less and they think it's okay. So if you have done that and you're now in the situation where they don't want to do nothing for you no more because you let them slack up, you have to now you have to remind them, by asking for much, much more. So this is what I've learned. You ask them for more than they were doing in the beginning. That way, especially if they were doing a lot, that way they're going to go back to what they were originally doing. Okay? That way they go back to what were originally doing instead of what you want more of now. Because you want more now because they slacked up. And they'll probably just go back to doing what they were originally doing, which is what you want anyway. So always ask for more. The more you ask for, the more you can negotiate down to what it is you actually want. Okay? Don't be afraid. Some of y'all out here scared to talk and you never get nothing. Or you fear losing something you don't even have, or something you're not even getting. So when I tell y'all, don't slack up on that. Don't say, okay, well, this time it's okay. No, it's not okay. Because that's how they start training you to want less or need less or expect less from them. They start by one time, then the next time it gets less, then the next time it gets less and less. You have to demand for more. Okay. And this way it keeps them understanding that they can't slack up and they better come correct. A lot of people will say, that's not nice. I don't care. We're not about being nice, baby. We're about getting what we want in this world now, aren't we? So if you want to be seen as nice rather than respected and valued, go right ahead, baby. But don't come back over here complaining later. I would rather be respected. I would rather be understood. I would rather have what I want than to be considered a nice person. Okay? The people that know you and value you know that you're a nice person if you're nice to them. But being nice often allows women to finish last. So you only be nice when the time calls for being nice. You don't be nice in negotiations when you're getting cheated. Okay? So when you're not getting what you want out of the situation and you speak up for yourself, that doesn't mean you're not nice. It means you're not stupid. Okay? You can be nice when the time calls for being nice, but everybody wants a nice person when it comes to negotiating, because they train women to accept less and give more, and to act nice and to be nice and don't do this and don't do that. So only be nice when it's time to be nice. When you're negotiating your value and your worth and what you want out of this and that, it's not time to be nice, baby. It's time to get what you want. And after you get it, then you be nice. Okay? Because y'all be doing stuff out of order, way out of order, and that's why y'all suffer. So you better understand what niceness is. It's the effect, and it's the aftermath of getting what you want, not the before. You can be cordial, you can be polite, but that reward of niceness doesn't occur until you get whatever it is that you're trying to get out of the situation. Okay, I mean, y'all being nice for 2 weeks on the phone straight ain't got a dime from these dudes. Okay, wasting time, energy, kindness on people that don't even deserve it, and plan not to even call you next week. So, a lot of y'all need to understand this. All right. Good morning. Yes, I'm getting ready. I got to go take, summertime birthday parties, birthdays, the life of a mother. Is it no, it's Saturday. It's Saturday. Yeah. Did I say Saturday? Well, whatever day it is. We gotta go. Do something. You said you'd rather be evil, good for you. Because you know what? It's not about being good or evil. It's about being understood and your values that you have for yourself being met by the person that claims to love you. Okay? Or claims to want to deal with you. It's like, I can't tell you want to deal with me if you're not doing what I need you to do. Okay? So you got to be serious about yourself and your value. Otherwise, no one else will. The reason why a lot of people don't get serious in relationships about certain people is because those people aren't even serious about themselves and what they want in life. They just accept whatever is thrown their way, and that's not right. That's not how you're supposed to live. You're not supposed to just accept whatever's thrown your way unless you can make money from it. Okay. You ain't making money for what's thrown your way, then you need to exactly get what you want and make sure it's, you're happy with that. Okay. Because some of y'all out here in relationships with men you don't even like ain't even getting nothing out of it. So remember that. All the beauty products that I'm using are going to be linked in the description bar and at the top, and I'm going to link it again here. So just go through that. Everything I'm using is on there, baby. All right. Okay. So also understand this. When you are in a relationship with someone, especially as the woman that looks better, maybe younger or whatever, you literally call the shots. Now, you can let the man think that he's leading, but your demands depend on how he gets treated. So if he doesn't meet your demands, he's not going to be treated well that week or that day. And he knows it. So he has to meet those demands to keep you happy, happy wife, happy life, etc., etc. And so when y'all start slacking on having your demands met or not being nice when your demands haven't met, this is when they start to see you as doormat. And if you get seen as a doormat, they're going to like that feeling temporarily to say, oh, well, now I'm in charge. I can do whatever I want. And she's still going to be around and treat me this way and treat me that way. Nope. They have to literally feel it when you are not happy. If you're not happy, they're not happy. Remember that. If you're not happy, they don't see you. Period. Okay, y'all have to start implementing this because y'all, a lot of people say, oh, well, you give yourself, you put a price on yourself and you do this and you do that. Well, it's because people are valuable. If you don't put a price on yourself, your happiness, your well-being, if you don't put value on yourself and your well-being, what you want out of life, people are just going to think that you're worthless. When I say worthless than what you think you are, they're going to start to put their value on you instead of your value on yourself. So y'all have to understand that. Okay, your provider boyfriend, 52, claims he doesn't want marriage, but only says this when he brings it up. When things are going bad, I'm 27, thinking of moving on. I'm saving up, focusing on school, and finding a new man. Any advice? Yes. Don't talk about marriage no more. And act like you don't even want marriage. Sprinkle, sprinkle. The more you act like you don't want something, the more they want it. Why? Because they don't think that they're the center of your world anymore. They don't think that they're the goals of your world anymore. And you just focus on yourself. It's like, I might not even get married. So just keep saying you don't even want marriage. It's like, what makes you think I want to marry you? I don't even want marriage right now. I'm too young. Keep telling him you're too young. You don't want marriage. And it's going to make him feel old and that he can't use that over your head anymore. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Then it'll make him want marriage more because men always want what they can't have. All right. Talayla, You're a luxury property specialist who plays golf and attends elite events. Should I mention it to men to attract either clients or providers? How, please? No. Don't tell people what you do until later on, because they're going to judge you first and foremost by your career. They're going to think, oh, she's around rich men all day. There's nothing I can do to impress her. Don't tell them. All right, sprinkle. What should I do? Some doctors at work are triggered by your confidence and have complained to my boss, saying I come across like I think I know it all. Ma'am, play dumb always. Men are definitely intimidated by woman's intelligence. Just play dumb and ask a lot of questions. All right, sprinkle. That men will like you as long as they think they're smarter than you. Men will like you as long as they think you're dumb. Okay. And I know that's hard to understand, but if you want to show off your intelligence, do it around women. If it's a female doctor, then doctors have also a superiority complex, so do it around other nurses. Sprinkle. I have talked to doctors. I have met with surgeons. They all have a superiority God complex. All right. And they don't want you to have one either, because, they had to go to school for 9 to 12 years to get a piece of paper, to do what they do. And they don't want you coming in there with your little nurse degree, trying to one up them. Okay. Because they're probably still in debt. So do not act holier than thou around people with God complexes. They don't like it. Okay. That's why I don't work for people. I'd literally be doing the same thing. Thank you, Julie. Sprinkle. That's why I don't work for people. I can only play dumb for so long to get some money, and then I'm out. That's why you can't make that part of your daily life, sucking up to people and lowering yourself on a daily basis. I'd just rather go get an old rich man and get my money up, start my businesses, and do what I do, and then not have to answer to nobody. Because why? You're gonna have to deal with that for a long time. So, sorry. It's one of the reasons I press entrepreneurship on this channel. Okay. Eyebrow time. All right, I got this new eyebrow thing, y'all. This is also linked in my beauty products. I think it's the this is, wait, what day? That was not it. I was like, hold on. I don't even know if I have it. Don't y'all get excited when you have a new product and you get ready to use it and I can't even find it? Is this it? Oh well. Well, the product I was gonna use. Somewhere. Oh, here it is. It's this eyebrow thing you can draw your eyebrows on with, and it has the little individual thing, or the little 3-tiered thing to make it look like you got hair on your eyebrows. Thank y'all. Sprinkle. He's just found out your sugar daddy's cell password. You found some stuff in his, okay, sugar daddy, not husband. Understand this. Y'all be doing too much. Sugar daddy is not your husband. Y'all don't have no vows. Y'all don't have no joint bank accounts. Y'all don't even have no piece of paper signed between y'all. So just collect the money, man. Sprinkle. If you're sleeping with that man, protect yourself. If he's doing it, you should already be protecting yourself anyway. Sugar daddies aren't exclusive. I thought I told y'all this. Sprinkle. Y'all be confusing the terms sugar daddy and boyfriend, or sugar daddy and husband. He's fixing up his house for me to move in. He told me to use his credit card to buy whatever furniture I like. Should I move in because it will allow me to focus on school and keep my place? With that credit card, you need to go buy some stuff to start your business online, some inventory, or you need to buy something and you need to store it away. And then you need to furnish the house. Okay. Use his credit card to start you a business. a little online drop ship business. Do something with it. Save it, invest it, do something. Use that credit card to buy you something to make more money. He's giving you an opportunity. If you don't see that and you only see furniture and rent free, you're not seeing what you should be seeing. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, if somebody gives you their credit card, it says buy what you want. Buy yourself some inventory. I don't care if you're ready to start a business or not. Buy it, whatever it is, whatever that's selling. And then, have someone else sell it for you. Have a dropship company sell it for you. Have Amazon sell it for you. Do something. But buy something to make yourself more money with. And then go furnish the house. And also, while you're living there, you're earning money. He's giving you money. You're going to school. So you're killing 3 birds, with one stone. Get your money, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said his birthday is coming up. Should you wish him happy birthday? Is that your man? Is he still in your life? Do y'all still talk to each other? Then no. If that man is in your life, y'all are still talking to each other, happy birthday. It should be a normal text from people that speak regularly. All right. Don't go backwards. Okay. Because some of y'all just be trying to do that to get back in. Y'all getting back in for it, to get rejected again. What's my favorite Michael Jackson song? All of them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. See how that just draws in the little hairs? Oh my gosh, they might be too dark. Whoa. Yeah, that's a little dark. Yeah. It's like a marker pen. You can draw the little hairs on individually. Thank you, Julie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, we got to understand if they're not doing enough, then that's why we always say have a backup and get another one to do it. Because a lot of times these men talk because they're so eager to get your reaction and attention that they never plan on fulfilling any of the things that they're talking about or doing any of the things that they tell you that they can do or will do. So you never act like you believe them. You always say, oh, well, that's nice. And then keep going as if they said nothing. Okay. Well, I plan to do this for you and I plan to do that for you and I'll do this for you and I'll do that for you. Okay, well, that's so sweet. Thanks. Anyway, so just cruise right over it as if they said nothing. So some of y'all be getting too excited about nothing and the thing never happens. So, and that way he knows in order to impress you even further, he has to actually follow through on what he said. Okay. But sometimes men don't ever plan on following through. So they might just go get another woman who's dumb and gullible enough to believe whatever they're talking about versus what they can do. Okay. So y'all have to understand that. Some of y'all, because y'all ask me the same questions over and over, and it's because y'all accept words versus actions from these men. So I was saying earlier, words versus actions doesn't mean a thing to women. How do you deal with low IQ people, haters online? I don't deal with them, baby. Just like when someone knocks on your door, you got the option to answer it or not. I don't deal with people I don't want to deal with. Thank you, Shira, saying, oh, don't worry about it, and going quiet when he says no totally works. Got an extra 3K last night. Thank you, Rose. Okay, Miss Rose. I know that's right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah. They know you can get it from somewhere else if you look good. They know that you got other options. And if they're trying to impress you and keep you interested, they're going to have to do what they need to do. Okay. You already answered this questions. I said, don't tell nobody. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, ma'am. Don't tell people what you do for a living. Don't tell men what you do for a living. Unless you just want to brag to somebody and not really want them interested genuinely. Then tell anybody you want. Because I'm telling you, if you want to go around telling people what you do for a living, they're not going to take you as seriously. They're going to be more intimidated by you, and they're going to think you talk to everybody. Okay? Keep a lot of stuff to yourself. I promise you. And a lot of times, if you tell people what you do for a living, they won't even be interested in you. They'll be interested in what you can do for them career-wise, or who you can get them to connect with. They're not going to be literally interested in you. Wouldn't you want someone to be more interested in you than what you can do for them and what you do in your career? If you're trying to find clients, then it doesn't matter if they're going to like you or date you or not. So if you're just trying to get clients, then tell everybody in the world what you do. Okay? If you're trying to just get clients, tell everybody in the world what you do. Screaming from the rooftop. But if you're trying to get a man to provide for you, the less he knows about what you do for a living, the better. Okay? The better. I'm going to brush these out because it's a little bit too dark. I know some of y'all are proud of what you do for a living, and that's great. And I applaud all women that are proud of what they do for a living, but not everybody cares. Y'all have to understand that. And not everybody's going to see it the same way. Like the men. Like I love that women are getting their money, but men don't love that because it means you don't need them. And the whole point of dealing with them is to benefit. So make sure you're able to do that first and foremost. You don't want to be talking too much. Start any business. Someone's asked me about a business. Start whatever you're passionate about because you're going to love to do it and it's not even going to seem like work. Okay? So until you figure that out, hold off. And it doesn't matter how small you start. You can always grow things and change things up. As long as you start something, it's going to get you in the habit and in the position to keep going. You know? What to say if he asks about our job? Lie. Whatever job he needs to hear that you have, lie. Part-time receptionist. Who cares? You work for a company, you file paperwork. I don't know. You work online. Who knows? Just tell him something that's boring that he won't ask anything more about and that doesn't pay too much. So he knows that he's paying for everything if y'all get together. Some men are just looking for meal tickets and barber the bill to build on their back. Okay? You don't need to tell them nothing about what you do and how much you earn. Nothing. Okay? You could say you work for a company instead of that you own a company. You can say you work with this type of industry. Like say I work, like you could say I work with the medical industry and saying instead of saying I'm a doctor. I said, well, what do you do? Oh, I help patients and things to figure out certain things. Just lie. You can lie and tell the truth at the same time. Just don't give any details. Stay vague and stuff, okay? But some of y'all be talking too much and men are like turned off immediately. They're like, okay, well, can't impress this one. It talks too much and it probably makes enough money to where it doesn't need me. They're going to call you an it. Because you know, most men see women as objects anyway. So if they can't impress you, they're literally not going to be interested in you at all. Since they can't impress you financially or teach you anything, or you come across as knowing something, knowing it all, and not needing their pockets. Only if they're dusty will they deal with you enough to use what you got. Okay? You say, what if they're doing things for you, but he says it's not enough for him to have? It's not enough of him for everyone to have? What? What if they are doing things for you, but he says it's not enough of him for everyone to? I don't even know what that means, so I'm not even going to pay attention to it. Okay? As long as you're getting what you want, who cares, man? The goal is the money, not whatever jibber jabber is coming out of his mouth. All right, I'm trying to look at these brows. I don't know about that. I have to spruce them up a little bit. So anyway, you once had a man tell you, just a technician in a hospital, that he was paid much. What? I later Googled him and he was a doctor. Okay, yeah. Men lie all the time. So you don't try to get them pockets too. But you can always Google people. Exactly. That's why you don't give them your full name. All right. So I don't know. Maybe if I add some more makeup, these brows aren't going to look so crazy. Yeah. Now do your research, ladies. And also, is he doing enough for you? Like, if you are claiming a man as your boyfriend, as your fiance, as your husband, you should be financially comfortable and free, because he should be providing. Okay, a lot of people get mad about this part of what I talk about, but it's just the truth. Okay. Is it okay to make up stories to be seen more deserving? It's okay to use your imagination as long as you don't come off as a victim. No one likes a victim unless they're a narcissist. Okay, because then they'll further exploit you. So as long as it doesn't come off with victim mentality, I think it's fine. But if you're coming off as a victim, it's either going to repel them, or if they're narcissistic, it's going to make their narcissistic traits come out towards you in the future, because they see a victim and a target. All right, so be smart. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm not like, I don't like being vulnerable or looking like a victim. I always like looking like I got options, and that's what you need to stay looking like you got options, not like you're a victim. Okay, so you can have a circumstance, you can need help, but you can also have options for the help. And if they want to impress you, they'll volunteer to be that option. See? So when someone or something is high in demand and an opportunity presents itself, to be chosen, that man is going to literally do what they need to do. Potential got worried about me wanting him to pay for my ticket to see him. He want me to want him. Girl, next. Why are y'all talking to broke man? That's my question. Of course he's worried about it because he's broke. Next. I can't believe how dumb y'all are dealing with these broke men telling y'all, I want you to like me for me. Well, then come to me. Get your butt on a plane and come to me so I can see if you like me for me. Why are you hopping on a plane to go see a grown, able-bodied man that's not even finna pay for nothing? Like, that's stupid. I could never. You could never even talk to me long enough to get those words out of your mouth as a grown man. I will be hung up, blocked. Look, what time waster, man. Are y'all really falling for this stuff? So he's sitting at home, texting on his phone, probably 3 other women at the same time, telling him, you're telling y'all to fly out if y'all really like him. Ain't spending a one dime. And somebody literally paid money to ask me a dumb question. Ma'am, I'm sorry that you don't understand. But if a man wants you to come to them, you are DoorDash, you are Uber Eats, you are delivery, you are not important. You are fast food delivery. And he's not even paying for it. He's trying to get it for free. Can you imagine that? Your fast food that he's trying to get for free. And you still asking questions about it? Are you entertaining the idea? You don't love yourself. Start to love yourself and you would have hung up on him and laughed in his face. That's funny to me. If you know your value and your worth, you wouldn't even be dealing with nothing like that. Okay. If you're not pretty and you accept the bare minimum crumbs, which is nothing because he's asking you to pay for the ticket, you're literally paying to go see him because you like him more. And that's not a relationship. That's a doormat idiot pygmisha. Okay? You might as well start paying his bills too, man. Because that's what's next. That's what he's gonna ask you next. When you get there, he's gonna be like, "When you would take me out to eat?" Then y'all gonna try to Netflix and chill, and his Netflix bill gonna be due, and y'all can't even Netflix and chill, so you're gonna start paying for his Netflix. Oh, that's okay. I'll pay for it. Or you pay for the trip, you pay for dinner, now you're paying for Netflix or some dude that you're flying to go see. That's you his sugar mama. Next. That's how it starts off. They want you to pay for something. That's how being a pygmisha starts too. You actually consider it. That means you don't know your value. That means you are on your way to being a pygmisha. And it's a good thing you came to this channel, because now you can stop. You can stop the path that you were about to get on to become the biggest pygmisha. Okay? Wonderful. I don't play games like that. That man is playing you and you can't even see it. I'm serious. That man is literally making you look like a fool. Tell him, no, thank you. You don't pay to go see grown, able-bodied man. If he can't afford to fly to see you, then he must not really like you. Goodbye. Tell him you the woman and you the prize. Tell him to go find less elsewhere. That's literally it. That's all you got to tell him. Thank you, Julie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate you. Thank you. What's it, Andy? That's what I'm calling you, Andy. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, y'all got to do better. Because some of y'all are out here. Now, some of y'all are out here, and I don't even want to even think about y'all having kids. If y'all are flying out to meet people, leaving y'all kids somewhere. Like, if y'all have kids, y'all shouldn't even be flying out nowhere. Okay? And y'all shouldn't be letting nobody up in your house with your kids either. Especially if they are not their dad or, you know. Sprinkle, sprinkle until them kids old enough to know, old enough to go do what they need to do, and you do what you need to do. Okay? Because I can't believe some of y'all are dropping y'all kids off at strangers' houses and relatives' houses for weeks to go visit some dude that you got to pay a plane ticket for. I don't think so. Y'all better be smart. I do not condone that. Most people think I condone stupid stuff like that. I don't. I don't condone throwing your kids somewhere for a week to go see some man that flew you out on his frequent flyer mile points that cost him $0. I don't condone that. I think if a man likes you, he will come to you and cater to you where you're at and get to know you and pay some bills and invest in you heavily as a person. That's what I believe. Not door dashing yourself across the country or across the world to some man that don't even like you, but will tolerate you because you're stupid enough to do it. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Sometimes people need to hear it, yeah, because they're not looking at it from a certain perspective, and people will see you from that perspective too. Like, man, this lady desperate for anybody to like her. She's jumping on a plane, putting her kids in daycare and to grandma for 2 weeks to go see some ugly man that don't even like her. It's not even, you know. And the man won't think you're no good either. If you out there knowing and he thinks or knows you got kids somewhere just missing their mama, they just want to use you and send you back home. Okay, so be smart, ladies. You're not getting the most out of any situation. It's not even valuable or worth it to you. Okay, like that's real. It's not a flex to get flown out by a man. It's a flex to get bills paid by a man. Okay. Because like the amount of travel points I have on my credit card, I could fly 20 people out right now if I wanted to. Okay. I can literally fly over 20 people out with all the points accumulated on my credit cards. Why? Because that's how easy it is to get a flight or money for a flight. All you gotta do is pay stuff with your credit card and it builds up and builds up. So these men literally could be just using their credit card points, which is basically free. And some of them don't even have a good credit. So they ain't got no credit card points and they want you to pay, which is even more stupid. So know your value and your worth, ladies. Plane tickets are easy to get if you got credit card points. Okay. Don't be impressed by stupid stuff anymore. You met a 32-year-old, you're 26, financially secured, and worked at the bank as a chief staff. Now he's just went silent with me. We are getting along well. We have been on 2 dates. Wanted to ask for money, but scared. Okay. Where's the other guy? Did y'all meet online? These are the questions I always ask when someone asks me this question, because I'm trying to show people an example. Did y'all meet online? If you're dating a banker, dude, all he's going to do is try to tell you how to invest your money to get paid. And if he went quiet after 2 dates and y'all met online, that's because he's dating someone else that he met online. So I don't know if you met him online or if you met him in real life. If you meet someone in real life versus online, the longevity of the dating period lasts longer. Okay. That means if you met someone in person, you're probably going to know them longer and have more dates and more chemistry than if you met someone online. Okay. Yeah, 2 dates don't mean anything anyway. That's just like a trial. Like, okay, do we get along? Do we have chemistry? Yes or no? And the reason why I asked if you met him online is because you would have known you had chemistry with this man if y'all had met in person. You know, and someone would ask you on a date because they felt that chemistry. But meeting someone online, it's very hard to have chemistry. And so when you ask someone on a date, it's more of a do we have chemistry meeting. And if there is no chemistry and you try one more time for the second date just to see, and it's just no chemistry, people are just going to ghost you, or they're going to go find someone else that they think they might have chemistry with, you know? So that's why I try to tell y'all, don't date online. Meet people that you already know that you're going to have chemistry with in real life. When you meet someone face to face and that chemistry is there, there's no denying it. There's no explanation. There's no denying it. But online, you may have fake chemistry. You may say everything they want to hear. They may look good on paper. You may look good on filter. But in real life, when they see you and their heart skips a beat and they're like, they walk over and they talk to you, they already know that there's chemistry there. They're willing to invest. They're willing to risk it all. They're willing to walk across the room and get rejected just to have a chance at a date with you. That's the difference between dating online and dating in real life. The man puts in more effort and he's willing to spend right away, especially if it's at a place where you could buy drinks or whatever. He's more willing to spend right away versus later on a date that he's doesn't even have any chemistry with you on, because you meet people online. So meet people in real life. You said, ironically, people that work in finance be more stingy. Yeah, because they study money and they know how it works, and they probably want you to invest it and do this. And they're going to probably tell you how to save your money and invest it and do this and do that if they work at a bank, girl. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you met them face to face, then obviously they have a roster, or there's no chemistry, or they're married. A lot of times these men already have relationships and they just want to step out for a second to see what it feels like. So y'all keep blaming yourselves for when men ghost you. I don't know why. If they were bold enough to ask you out, it's not your fault that they ghosted you. Unless you were talking too much and told your life story on the first date and they know everything about you and there's no more mystery left and you're an open book and it's boring and they didn't like the ending. I don't know. So that's what I always say. Like, I have no idea what y'all talk about on these dates either. So it's hard to kind of know why someone doesn't want to call you back. Or they could be circling the block, making you miss them. And then when they come back and ask for something, you're more willing to give it so they don't disappear again. That's the oldest trick in the book too. But you ask for more when they get back. Re-entry fee or Aunt Ethel. You met him at the mall? Okay. Well, then if you met him shopping, he got money. So I wouldn't have been afraid to ask for nothing. I'm like, well, when we first met, I'm like, oh, you're shopping? Can I join? Let's go. What store are we going to next? I'm going to get the money right there. You should have asked first and foremost. When you first meet someone, they're more willing to impress you that day. Or, should have asked. Today's your birthday. Your ex sugar daddy sent you $300. You need him to send you another $500. I want to buy a tablet to start your business. I'm going out to freestyle. Then ask him, man. If he like you, he'll give it to you. Or ask someone else. Or say, you know what? Thank you so much. That $300 is going to help towards getting the tablet that I need. I've got to finish saving up the rest. It might take me a couple of months, or it might take me whatever. Then he just give you the rest, man. How to avoid S when they are helping you out. It's been a couple of months and he's getting frustrated. But Aunt Ethel, sprinkle, sprinkle. Aunt Ethel's your fake aunt is gonna die. And you're gonna be in mourning. So he's not going to want to ask you to roll around on the mattress with him if you're sad. Okay. Whenever that comes up, somebody automatically gets ill or passes away that doesn't exist. Okay. Aunt Ethel, baby. You got to mention Aunt Ethel a couple of times that while she's still alive. So it's a surprise to him too. And he actually will mourn fake Aunt Ethel as well. I talked to my Aunt Ethel today. She's so funny. She asked if I was dating someone and I told her about you. And she was like, you sound like a nice young man. Fill in the details. Oh, I talked to Aunt Ethel yesterday. She asked how you were. I showed her a picture and she said you were handsome. Like, build it up and be lying. Then all of a sudden when he's trying to pressure you and he's getting frustrated. Oh, Aunt Ethel died. He's going to be mourning too. All right. Then he ain't gonna try to ask you for nothing for a while. You're safe for a while. Okay? You safe for a while. Understand. I need some blush. How long would you suggest dating them before asking you to be their girlfriend? Are they paying bills? Because I'm not trying to claim no man unless they're claiming these bills. So I don't think that should be the focus. I think the focus should be, are they paying bills? Do they want a relationship with your bills? If they're not heavily investing in you and making your life better, then why would you want to be with them? You're taking away the opportunity for someone else who could come in and do more for you in the future. You know what I'm saying? Because some of y'all just want to claim and have a title and have a man, but the man ain't doing nothing. So is he spending money? We don't want a boyfriend unless they're paying bills. Remember that. If you want a boyfriend just to say you have a boyfriend, but then you're going to come and complain about him because he ain't doing nothing for you, that's not a boyfriend. That's a waste of time. So where's the boyfriend with the money, baby? And the man should ask you to be his girlfriend after he's invested in you. You on dates, just dating the man, he's supposed to be paying. He's supposed to be giving you whatever you want, asking you, like, do you need anything? Can I get you anything? Are you hungry? You need this, you need that. They should be doing that in the dating phases if they really like you. And this is why I teach y'all, date men that like you times 10, because they will want to provide. They will want to provide if they like you times 10. That's how they keep you. That's how they keep you interested. That's how they keep you wanting to be around them. That's how they keep you impressed. So if you don't like them, if they don't like you times 10, they're not going to want to spend on you. So find somebody that likes you times 10 and who wants you to be their girlfriend because they've invested so much into you financially. Okay? Otherwise, waste of time, waste of energy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How do you make him marry you? What are the reasons why they don't want to marry? First of all, they don't want to marry because you're not the one. Second of all, they don't want to settle down when they're not ready to settle down. And if they do, and if they are forced into marriage, they're going to cheat more for the resentment of you making them marry you. So I always tell women this: you can't force no man to marry you. That's like forcing someone to eat food that they don't like. Okay? They might eat it, but they're not going to like it, and they're probably going to spit it out and go eat something else later. Okay? So when you force people to marry you, you don't like yourself, and that man don't like you either. Why? Because a man should like you times 10 and be begging your hand in marriage, darling. That's why you need to find someone that likes you 10 times more instead of somebody you got to force to marry you. They're going to be out in the bar looking for every other woman, not wanting to come home to you, not doing this, not doing it because you forced them to do something that they weren't ready for or they didn't want to do. They might do it just to get back at you for forcing them to make a decision. But they're gonna make you pay for it in some way or somehow, by dating other people, by doing this, by doing that, by treating you poorly. Have y'all seen those men that treat their women like trash and they're married to them? Those women probably forced the ultimatum. All those men out in the bars, most of them, they probably didn't really want to be married. Do you want to live that life? Do you just want a ring? Do you just want the title of marriage? Is the man even paying bills? Because I wouldn't want to force nobody to marry me unless they were rich and had money that I could be using and not doing anything, but living my best life. Some of y'all be begging man to marry y'all, and they don't even have no money. That looks real dumb. Okay? That's why the aliens keep passing up Earth, because the women are begging broke men who don't like them to marry them. Like, what is wrong with these women on Earth? What are y'all doing? All right. Hopefully he's rich. If he was old and rich, you might not even need to marry him. Just get his money. Guy promises 100% if you date him. Should I say yes? Tell him that you need a little down payment and some proof. Tell him you need proof. You know what? When you move anywhere, when you do anything, they need proof of income, baby. They need proof of income. They need a down payment. Where's your down payment? Where's your proof? Okay. If someone walked into a dealership, a luxury dealership, and say, I'm going to pay 100% for this car, can I take it? They're not going to let you just take that car off the lot. They're going to run your credit. They're going to make sure you could afford it before they let you put your hands on that car. All right? Same thing. Do the background check, get the down payment. It's like, okay, well, you know what? That's great. I have some bills. You can go ahead and knock out the way just to show me you got it. Let's see what them bills. Let's see how you handle them bills. Then I can see how you can handle me. All right. You can pay him up 6 months if you want to. That would be nice. Make sure you say all of that. Give them options. How to use cheaters cheating as guilt and the upper hand. Well, if you look good enough to replace them with more, then you stop talking to them and you busy yourself and you stop answering their phone calls. That's first. Then when they can't take it anymore and they start begging you back and begging your forgiveness and saying, I'll do anything for your forgiveness, that's when you name your price for fake forgiveness. Because most of y'all really don't ever forgive them, but you can get something out of it, like a new car, an upgrade to something, more money in your account, something that is of value. You make them pay whatever it is that you're demanding. And then you make them earn their trust back daily without you having to do too much, without you having to do anything. Okay? And that way, they're learning their lesson at the same time, and you're profiting off of their mistake at the same time. And whether you choose to stay or not is literally up to you. Or you can get more out of them. Okay, you're 23, 60-year-old is taking you out tonight, coming from PA to New Jersey to come see me. How do I ask him for a new Mac laptop? Just ask him, baby. He old and he's traveling. He know what you want. He knows you want money. Get the money. Just ask him, baby. He's old. Old men know what the deal is. 60-year-old man know what a 23-year-old want. Money. Okay? If you dumb, you're not going to ask. If you're smart, just ask. It's like, you know what? I really need a new computer. And, you know, I have it in my cart right now. Pull out your phone. Have him order it right then and there with his credit card. Sprinkle. These 60-year-old man with a 23-year-old woman knows exactly why he's there, to pay. There is no questions about it. If you're dumb enough to be not asking, that's your problem. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. He's old enough to be, what, your daddy or your grandpa? You better get that money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There's just some things y'all need to understand. Old men will pay, but you just can't be afraid to ask. Okay? That much of an age difference, they know why they're there, exactly why they're there. Do you know why you're there? To get money, so get it. That old man is taking his medication, getting into his car, driving across state lines to come see some 23-year-old. He's probably stopping by the ATM before he even get to you. The money is probably already in his pocket. He done packed up his little vitamin medication Sunday through Monday medication box to come see you. Get his money, man. What the heck? He probably dyed his hair. We got him a fresh haircut. Dyed his hair up real good for you. Go ahead. Just for men box. Probably laying his trash can right now. Go get your money. On the way down, when they were driving, they was probably trying to listen to some modern music and shaking their head, just trying to relate with you. Come on, get the money. You start obsession with yourself and spend most of the time taking care of myself and friends. My boyfriend criticizes me that I am weird and not always available. Should I break up with him? He stresses me out. Tell him you'd spend more time with him if he did more for you. It's like, you know what? We could spend more time together. We just go shopping and pay and come on, pay. If you want to sit in a nail shop while I get my nails done, great, pay. If you don't like what I like to do, then wait until I am ready to spend time with you. If you're that needy, I don't know how many other women are going to want to spend time with you if you're always that needy. If you want to spend time with me, it's the stuff I do costs money, so you better have it. That's what you need to tell them. But not every man can afford the type of woman they actually want. Reality. Some men are getting reality checks by their girlfriend. If they're not giving you no ultimatum, you're showing them, look, if you want to spend time with me, look, let's take me to the mall. We can shop. That's time. You're 26, he's 45. We went on 3 dates, but now you told him you're having issues with landlord. He asked, is there anything I can do to help? Yeah, money. It's like, there sure is. Pay my rent. That's what you tell him. Say, pay your rent so you can save up to move. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yep. Hey, tell them to pay your rent up for a couple of months so you can save up to move out. Okay. Wonderful. A sprinkle, sprinkle. You get the bag. If he can't pay your rent, then say, well, thanks for trying. That means he's failed and he doesn't impress you, and you're probably going to look for somebody else. And dating you any further will probably just be full of disappointments because you don't see him as a man. All right. I missed your super chat. I'm sorry. Hold on. SR. You found a provider is cheating with his employee and escorts. What? Go through with marriage. Definitely not sleeping with him 2 times this year. Okay. All men cheat. That's number one. If you want to marry that cheater, marry the cheater. Or if you want to marry somebody that cheats on you later and you find out again later, do what you want. All I'm telling y'all, if it's not worth it financially, I wouldn't be bothered with it, period. Because no matter what you do, broke or man or poor man, they're going to cheat. So find the one that treats you the best. You don't have to sleep with him after you get married anyway. Just get the money. Create whatever you want to create out of the money that he's giving you, and use it as a financial stepping stone. Okay. Why do you think more women own homes than men do in America? Because they probably either got them through the divorce or as the consolation prize for dealing with certain types of men. So y'all got to figure that out. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do financially, do it. Because either way, they're going to cheat, ma'am. Either way. Married or not married. I'm not saying when they're going to cheat, how often they're going to cheat, who they're going to cheat with, but they will definitely cheat if given the opportunity or they have the means to do it. So there's my answer, baby. Okay, let me read this next one. You said, baby daddy has done me so wrong in the past. He knows now I only here still for the money. And I don't care about him at all anymore. Do I stay and keep using him, or do I leave and find someone? Both. Sprinkle, sprinkle. When you find someone else and you still got his money, then you can leave. Why leave before you find somebody else? Sure, you listen you listen to me in front of your husband. Okay. Well, sorry, I never told y'all to do that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But if it's helpful, wonderful. Yeah. So, what I'm saying is y'all need to understand if they're not doing enough, you're never going to be happy with them anyway. All men cheat. Whether it's now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now, when you're pregnant, after you give birth, before you get married, after you get, eventually. You're Christian, you told your provider boyfriend you don't want to do premarital anymore, and now he wants to go 50-50. Of course he does. Okay, because he's not getting something out of it. Men don't do things out of the kindness of their heart. They do things to receive things in return. That's how you know that they don't really love you unconditionally. Everything is based on conditions. Even wedding vows are conditions. So understand that. And if you want money, get something from somebody else, man. If you don't want to do that anymore, then start over with somebody new that doesn't know and hold off. Use Aunt Ethel as your excuse. All right. You said religious men are the biggest hypocrites. It doesn't even matter. If you're not getting what you want out of the situation, get out of the situation. Because a man will literally reduce you down to your private parts in 2 seconds of being in a relationship with you. If you stop giving it up. Okay? If you stop giving it up to a man, or you haven't given it to a man at all, either they're working towards it or they're working on trying to how to get it back. Okay? Or they're working to get somebody else's. That's all that men do. That's their main focus. So you already know that you're just reduced to sleeping with you're just a piece of meat to him. So treat him just like a wallet. Get whatever you can get from him and get it from somebody else at the same time. Money. Because he just treated you like an object. Why not treat him like a wallet? He doesn't like you. He likes what's in between your legs. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. He doesn't like your values. He doesn't like your religion. He doesn't like any of those things. He just likes what's in between your legs. So you should just like what's in his back pocket, that wallet. Okay? Now y'all speaking the same language. Keep collecting and look for another one on, when your spare time. That's all you can do. That's all the options they gave you. They reduced you to something, so you reduce them to something. A wallet. If they truly cared about your well-being and how you felt about what you were doing, they would have understood. Sometimes men think you're trying to force them into marriage, and they were not ready for marriage. So a lot of times what y'all do, those little ultimatums y'all be doing, they don't work. Well, you got to make it seem like you don't want them and they want you more. And when someone wants you more, they'll do anything to please you. You said Texas has all the wealthy men. You're planning on relocating from ATL. I'm having a hard time deciding between Dallas or Houston. Houston. All right, Sprinkle, I helped you. Okay. Houston, baby. You know why? Because you're closer to a lot of stuff. You're closer to New Orleans. You're closer to most of this. You're close to all the major cities in Texas. You're close to New Orleans. Close to the water. There's more diversity here. Yeah. More big things. Well, Dallas and Houston, I prefer, okay, I'll just say this. Houston is more fun. So if you're young, definitely go to Houston. If you're old, go to Dallas. There you go. If you like to have fun, Houston is funner. There's more stuff to do. Dallas is more like, I would say, I don't know. Not as fun. Okay. You said Dallas got men that actually have money. You still got men that got money. There's a lot of oil and tech here. And you could drive to Dallas from Houston, or you could drive to Houston from Dallas. Don't even matter. So you can have both. Just drive out wherever you want to drive. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all know I'm biased because I live in Houston, so you asking the wrong one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You're 30. You're out of town. Dallas seems to have less bad weather. So if so if you're going with that, yeah. Should I do lashes, y'all? I feel like I need some lashes. I missed your super chat, Nova. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Shira provider is complaining about money now. That we are engaged, escape or ignore and keep collecting. That is full switch up. Okay. Tell him that you want more now. It's like, you know what? I really like you. And if you're not able to afford marriage, then just let me know now. Tell him that. Say, because I don't want to get married and have to deal with this over and over and over. So if you're unable to provide and do the things that I need you to do as a husband, then let me know now. So, because they say most people break up due to financial things in marriage, right? And so you don't want to enter into this marriage if he can't afford it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Bruise that ego a little bit. But I don't want to get married to you if you can't afford marriage, sir. What's the point? We could just stay engaged and I could stay single on paper, because if you can't afford the things that I need and the lifestyle that I want, then this marriage ain't gonna work, because I ain't never gonna be happy. So happy wife, happy life, sir. So this is also, pertaining to your happiness. If I'm happy, I could make your life miserable or I can make your life exciting. So how you choose to operate, let me know. Most men don't realize that. They think just because they're marrying you, they're doing you a favor. No, you're not. Unless you're paying for everything and not complaining about it. You ain't doing nobody no favor, because she could be dating 5 different men and getting 5 different streams of income. Not just one from somebody that don't even want to spend money on her. Come on. These men are stupid. They don't understand. Marriage is not the prize anymore. It's the money, the lifestyle that comes with it. They can't even give you the lifestyle. Then marriage is not anything to flex about. Anybody can go down to City Hall and say I do to some dusty. Where's the money? Okay. No, we want to marry for lifestyle. That's it. If you don't have it, then the answer is no. Okay. The prize is not marriage. The prize is the lifestyle that comes with marriage if they have money. Y'all keep confusing the two. Who wants to be married to some dusty, broke dude? Nobody. Who wants to claim the dust? Nobody. Ugh. Marriage is not the goal unless the man is giving you money and lifestyle to go with it. Okay? It's not the goal. Anybody can go down to City Hall and say, I do. Any broke person can go do that. They got a couple of dollars. Okay? Where is the money? Oh, that's better. Yeah, that's better. There's some lashes. All right. I'm getting ready to go do something. Yeah. Brunch, lunch, dinner. I'm going to eat somewhere. I got to actually change up my reservations. Because every time I try to invite somebody to do something, they always want to change stuff at the last minute. For other plans, and I'm like, look, we'll see. I'm going to try. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And I got to take kids to birthday parties along with it. Like the life of a mother. I need some more bronzer. I'm looking a little too pale. Where's my... Gotta bust out my Fenty. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, if he's not doing enough, why are you still trying? When they stop trying, you stop trying. Okay? Don't keep saying, how do I get him to pay more attention to me? He's not doing this anymore. He's not doing it. You should have been stopped trying if he stopped, darling. Because as long as you're trying enough for the both of y'all, he ain't got to do nothing. He ain't got to do nothing. You're doing enough for both of y'all. That's why he ain't doing nothing. You're doing enough for everybody. Okay? Sit back, look pretty, collect your money, and have options. That's what some of y'all don't understand. That is your power. Your power is in having options and making sure that they are understanding that you are the prize and what they must do to maintain and to keep you. If you start taking over and doing too much and, not expecting what they used to do and letting them slack off, they're going to get comfortable with that. They're going to start asking you for stuff. You're going to be mad about it. Some of these women are super pick-me-shas, and they're like, should I just pick up one tab, or should I just pick up for dinner one time, or should I just pay for the small stuff? Yeah, if you want to train him to keep asking for more. Duh. Why would you do that to yourself? That don't make no sense. Okay. The more money you super chat, the larger the message you should let you type. Oh, okay. Thanks for I think that's what it is. Some people can't get it all in because they're not putting enough money. Yeah, if you're trying to type something long, you got to put in more money. That's what YouTube does. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, now I'm bronzing up. Yes. Now I'm looking like I've been outside. All right. Bronzing up. You said just block them how to move on by talking to another one, man. If you get emotionally attached to people that don't do nothing for you, that's a you problem. Okay? They're not doing nothing for you. Why are you attached in the first place? Understand that. What did you attach to? An idea. You didn't attach to him. You attached to the idea of what he could be. He wasn't that. So you're not attached to him. You're attached to the idea that you thought he was. So the same idea you have for him, you can have for another man. Okay? Understand that. A lot of y'all just attached to an idea of him because the man didn't do nothing for you to be attached to. Or what y'all are attached to. You are attached to him being a provider. Maybe y'all could have worked it out. But if he ain't providing, what you attached to? Dust. You know how to detach from dust? Swiffer. A feather duster. Pledge. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I need to understand. All right. What lipstick should I be wearing today? Is it okay to walk out if he asks to split the bill? Yeah, it's okay to laugh in his face and walk out. Yes, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why would you even go on a date with a man who would split the bill with you? I wouldn't even show up unless I knew. Like, this is sad. In y'all's day and age, it's pretty sad. Because back then it was just known that the man was gonna pay. If he asks you out, it's just automatic that the man was gonna pay. No grown, able-bodied man is gonna ask a woman to split the bill unless he don't like her. So what that man just told you is he don't like you. But yes, you should definitely get up and walk out to show that you don't like him either. All right? Don't bring your wallet in the restaurant, ma'am. Leave it in the car. That way you can at least say, well, let me go get my wallet out the car. And you can dip out. Because some of y'all will literally reach in that purse with a grown, able-bodied man sitting next to you, and I won't do it. Okay? If he demands that you pay, because he's not, I'll go straight to the bar and find me an old man and be like, and point to the dude, like, see that dude over there? He tried to take me out on a date, and he doesn't want to pay for my food, and I left my wallet at home. Could you help me out, sir? And then I'd have that old man pay the entire bill and sit there right there with him and watch the other dude leave while we laugh at him. Okay, that's what y'all need to start doing, because some of y'all too nice. I get straight up, go to that bar, get that old man, point, laugh, and giggle at the broke man. Be like, brokey. Then I'd come back to the table and politely say, you know what? If you were hungry, all you had to do was just ask. Could have started a GoFundMe. Anyway, this old man paid for the bill. You can go. Bye. Well, are you going to call me? Heck no. Talking to this old man now. Old man got money. What do I want to do with you? Okay. Like, what do we got to talk about? Nothing. Go. Maybe if you need help starting to GoFundMe, I can help you out. But other than that, we don't have nothing else to discuss. You broke. All right. You said you learned never to go to the theater with perverts. Well, good for you, ma'am. Movie is not a good date unless you're in a relationship anyway. Mm-mm. People invite you to church. Tell them I go to church every day and pay my tithes to sprinkle. Good for you, ma'am. Sprinkle. I remember a long time ago, before I was married, some dude asked me out on a date to a church. I went. It was that Lakewood church, like, that's televised now. But before, it was like in a smaller building, and that's like where he took me. And before he got like the big building and on TV. And I was like, why is this dude taking me to church? That ain't gonna help you. I'm still asking you to pay these bills. It's not gonna help you. The Lord is not gonna help you escape the wrath of these bills. Okay, Sprinkle. I still told him you gotta pay these bills. No, I think it was Joel Osteen. Yeah. So yeah, shortly thereafter, he's like, will you be my girlfriend? I'm like, well, if you pay my bills. I was very young, so I didn't have that many bills anyway. He was like, well, what bills do you have? I was like, I got this phone bill, like, cell phone. It's like, I got the cell phone bill. I got this credit card. What you gonna do? I was on it still, even then. Like, I'm not dealing with you unless you're dealing with these bills. And he paid it too. Shoot. Sprinkle. Yeah. He said close legs until bills paid. Exactly, y'all. Okay, so my makeup is done. I'm gonna spray my face. Mm-hmm. Okay. Y'all like the makeup? Thank you. Appreciate you. So I'll show y'all what I used. Most of it, not all of it, but most of it, I'll tell you where to get it, or most of it's linked in the description and in the little beauty. The first link in the beauty products that I like on Amazon. So I used the Too Faced Natural Matte Palette for my eyeshadow. That's what I got on. Okay. And for my eyebrows, that little pen that I used, it's kind of dark, so I don't know. But y'all can get it in a different color. It's also on the Amazon beauty products. It's called Poudiere. I don't even know, but it looks like this. And it has like the little prong pen that draws the little hairs, and then the little separate one that draws individual hairs. I had that on. I used the e.l.f. Halo Glow for my highlighter. And this is in the color Holographic Honey. I also used the blush one by e.l.f. and this is in Magic Hour. On my face, I used Charlotte Tilbury. What is this called? Sheer Glow Tint Unreal Skin Hydrating Foundation Stick. I used that. I also used her Charlotte Tilbury concealer. And I also used Charlotte Tilbury, the Glow Foundation. That's what I'm glowing. And then, of course, I used the Fenty bronzer. And I used ColourPop bronze stick for this cheekbone bronze and stuff. And then for my nose contour, I used that stick as well as a SheGlam contour stick pencil. Got that from Shein. And then the little highlighter on the bottom. Okay. And for my moisturizer and sunblock, I used Beauty by Jason. It's like a glass skin moisturizing SPF that doesn't leave behind a white cast, which I really like. I've been using that for a long, long time. And for the powder, I use the Gerard Cosmetics Slay the Bake in pink powder. My lips, I use this Lawless. No, that's not what I used. I used Kiss. No, wait, what is this? Ruby Kisses lip liner from the Beauty Supply Shop. And it's like burgundy color. Yeah. And then I used a gloss, just a espresso gloss that I got from Shein. It's like you get it in a whole pack of different glosses. Yeah. And over that, I used Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plump and Strawberry Milkshake. And then over that, I used the SheGlam. It's like this glittery, glossy finish that has sparkles in it. Yeah. And then I sprayed my face with the setting spray by Gerard Cosmetics Slay All Day in the green tea fragrance. So. And then I used Lily Lashes 3D Faux Mink. And this is in the style Milan. Okay. And then for my lashes, I used Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara, waterproof. And then I used, to tightline my eyes, I used Chanel eyeliner in black. Nor. And that's it. Oh, my blush. I used the NARS palette. This is old, but I still use this sometimes. So I used this color and this color for my blush. Okay. those that wanted to know. Most of those are linked, unless you just go to Shein and find the 3 things that I used from there. But the other stuff is linked in the beauty items I suggest on Amazon. Okay. You said the old dude makes a difference. Exactly. Okay, let me read what y'all talking about. How you still like a man for more than a month that ghosted you and mocked you with his friend? I don't know. Some people are just dumb. But some people attach to things emotionally, and some people attach to the idea. It's literally, a lot of people are not attached to the man. They're attached to the idea of the man. Because if you replace that man with a whole nother man that was going to do what you had in your mind for that man to do for you, you would be fine. Okay. That's why I'm telling y'all, it's not the man that y'all are attached to. It's the idea of what he was, what was possible with him. It's literally not him. Okay. Because if another man came along that looked just as good as him and offered you more or the same thing, you would literally be fine with it and be happy, because it's the idea that you're attracted to, not the man. So I'm telling y'all, if y'all replace the man, get another one, and the idea, it has more possibility of becoming real than the present moment of the man that doesn't see you in that way. Okay, so you have more of an opportunity and a chance to make whatever your idea of a man should be real with a fresh start, versus with someone that doesn't like you or someone that's not fitting the idea anymore. Okay, so you want the idea of a man, you don't want the man. Okay, the man is just the suit that the idea is wearing. Literally. So hard to get quality men to approach in the wild. Well, that's why you have to be very alluring, and that's why you have to be very attractive and not giving off desperate energy. Because a lot of times men can sense a woman that's looking for a man. If you act like you ain't looking for nothing, that's when they start looking for you. All right, so you just got to look good, confident in yourself, like you don't care if a man approaches you or not. You're still living your best life regardless. You're not giving off that desperate energy as if you need somebody, but they need you, because you look like, if they're in your life, it's going to be more exciting. If you're in their life, they're going to be like intrigued. The mystery of you should pull them over. The allure of you should pull them over. The femininity of you should pull them over. And if not, that's not what they're looking for. If not, they may already be attached. It's not whether you can pull them, it's whether they're ready to approach you or not. And whether they are or not, it doesn't matter. You're still enjoying your life. It's a lifestyle. You don't go out just to meet men. You go out to dilly-dally. You go out to enjoy life. You go out to have social, hour or whatever. You go out to get out. You don't go out to meet men, because that's exactly what you're going to be giving off if that's what you're doing. Okay. Whether you know it or realize it or not, people can pick up on what you're doing somewhere. They can just look at you and clock you a mile away. She's looking for men. She's out looking for a man with money. But if you look like you're enjoying your day, having a nice little mocktail or cocktail or whatever you're doing, you got dressed, you look cute, you got on your nice perfume, you could be waiting for your friend for brunch. They don't know. But if you're giving off desperate energy, that's when they understand. That's when they stay away. You got to look like you're enjoying life just like they are. Look at this perfume bottle, y'all. Ooh, isn't this cute? I'm finna spray this on. So, a lot of people don't realize your smell can also, let me help y'all out. Your smell can also lure people in too, because that also intrigues people. And if it's a mysterious scent or something that's a little bit different, that's going to spark a lot of curiosity as well. Okay. Not just some blah, boring scent that everybody smelled before in the store of Sephora. But sometimes you got to reach out and do a little bit more. Sometimes you got to go get you a scent from elsewhere that hasn't been smelled before, or that's a little bit different. you know. So that's why I like some of these like scents that are just different. So I'm gonna link you to it's like scroll down like on the fourth or fifth aisle of the suggested perfumes that I like. If y'all want this one. Okay, just scroll down like 3 or 4 scrolls on the perfume link on the Amazon items I suggest, and y'all can get this too. This is by Lattafa. It's called Afif. Ooh, this smells good. You had a man who spoiled you and treated you like a princess. You went through his phone and found him calling other women babe. I broke up with him. Okay, well, I'm sorry, man, but all men cheat. Sprinkle. Was he paying all those other babes' bills, or was he paying your bills? Okay, y'all are too sensitive. All men are going to cheat. When you're not around, they're going to be calling people babe. They're going to be looking at naked pictures. They're going to be on Instagram liking people when you're not around. That's just what men are. All men are going to do that. Most of them are. Okay, so honestly, just get your money and stop being so sensitive. Okay, so spray this on. This is going to mesmerize and attract. Every time I wear this, or my daughter borrows it and wears it, I'm always asking her, girl, what you wearing? What is that? Is that one of my perfumes? Which one is it? And then it makes me go put some on. Like, because if that's what it smells like on you, I know I'm smelling good out there, looking good. So let me get it. Put it back on. Like, this is really nice. It's called Afif. It's by Lattafa. So it's by Lattafa? I don't even know. I can't see. Anyway, it's linked. Click on the perfumes I suggest. It's the second link in the description bar, and I'm going to put it here. Well, anyway, this is really nice. Y'all should get it just for the bottle alone. But that's what I'm smelling like today. And also, look, if you're trying to get a man, this is what y'all need, them pheromones, okay? You're trying to get them to cross the room. When you walk by and they smell this, they're going to think they're falling in love with you because this is a pheromone. Like a hormone to make it seem like that, you know, when men sense that a woman is ovulating, it makes them more attracted to her, like they're falling in love with her. And that's what this Press Him is. This is Press Him. I also have Liquid Finesse, which is more friendly. It makes them more talkative towards you. It makes them more interesting and, you know, just want to communicate well and talk with you. But this one, Press Him, is vasopressin concentrate. So it makes them feel like they're falling in love with you. Now, y'all can get the smaller bottle because this one is expensive. Use my code SheRa. It's linked. Just scroll down in the description until when you see Ho Cosmetics. Click the link and put in my code. If y'all are going to buy some pheromones, this will also help you. I'm not going to spray this on because I'm not trying to attract nobody where I'm going right now. But I have the little smaller version that you can put in your purse. You can get a sample if you don't want to pay a bunch of money just yet. You just want to test it out. Y'all just go to hocosmetics.com and there's a little quiz you can take, or you can read through what all the pheromones kind of do. And then you can buy you a little small purse size, a little sample. Or if you know what it do, you get the big bottle and invest in it because it lasts a long time. You just need one spray and you're done. But don't spray this around no dust. Only guys that have money that you actually want to fall for you. Okay. Anyway, I love the little box that it comes in. Looks like a little potion. Okay. You said, how do you not develop emotions for those men? How do they not want to pay your bills? And they sitting around rolling around on a mattress with you. That's the same thing. The same question to them. How do they not want to pay your bills and secure your safety and financial safety while rolling around on the mattress with you? You know, how do you not want to do that as a grown man and you're in a woman's life? The same reason why you don't fall for them emotionally if they're not doing a thing for you. Okay? They don't even like you if they're not going to make your life better. So why would you fall for them if they're not falling for you? The true test that a man is falling for you, he wants to make you feel safe financially, physically, emotionally. So If he's not doing any of that, you shouldn't be falling for him anyway, girl. You falling for anything. You falling for the okie doke. You're falling for an idea. I was watching Sherlock, y'all. It's one of my favorite shows. Sherlock, the BBC version with like, yeah, it's like the modern one. So this girl that plays the coroner, she has like a crush on Sherlock, and like she liked him so much, you know, but he knew. He faked his death and came back, and like after 2 years, and she had replaced him, like, you know, she had like, they were never together, but she like started dating this guy that like was a reminder. It looked and dressed just like Sherlock. It was hilarious because it's the idea of the man that you want. You can't have the certain type of man. Just, it's the idea of the man that you want, the type of man that you want. You know what I mean? So if you can't get over somebody, if you become emotionally attached to someone, you're just emotionally attached to the idea of them. Because if you take the same looking type of man, same height, same build, dressed the same, remind you of the old one, and actually does the things that you want him to do, even better. It's the idea, not him. Okay. Always the idea, not the man. Okay. So we don't really care about what men are thinking about. If they don't meet our standards, they don't need to be in our lives. Like literally. Like, what's the point? They're not adding anything to us. They got to go. Right? If we want to go out to eat, we can go to brunch with our girls. If we want to go, you know, have fun, we can go on a girls trip. We can go by ourselves. We can go get a sugar daddy to pay for it. We don't, women don't really need relationships unless they're beneficial. Because people always want to hang out with women, no matter what. Women want to hang out with women. Old men want to hang out with women. Kids want to hang out with their mom or their auntie or their grandma. Everyone wants to hang out with women. So we're never going to be lonely. And most women are going to be single by choice, but most men aren't single by choice. Nobody want to deal with them and they broke now. He went on a few dates with a married man. He gave you 4,500 so far. He kissed me. I almost threw up. I did not want to be intimate with him. Good girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm sorry you almost threw up, but you know, keep you some Pepto-Bismol tabs. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He's been providing, but when he had work issues, he started becoming rude and abusive. How to exit quick? That's why you have to have two. Or they got to have two streams of income. That way his only one stream of income ain't gonna make him panic. Men's identity most of the time revolves around their career, and it's like their entire identity is falling apart. That's why you need a man that's multi-dimensional and are able to earn streams of income from many directions. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's, or you need a whole nother man on the side. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm just telling you all this because it's funny, because men, they are depending on one stream of income from a whole nother man that signs their paycheck. They're in the same position as you. Unless they're a boss with several streams, I wouldn't be dependent on them either. You know, unless you got a couple of streams and a couple of them on the side, then that's just one of your options. Anyway, y'all, I'm wrapping this up in the next 10 minutes. So, got somewhere to go. Oh, shoot. Oil time. Got to put on my glowing oil so I can be glowing all over. Okay, just be glowing on your face. You know, the face got to match the body. Look, you ever seen someone that was glowing and all highlighted up, and then the skin was just blah and matte? Nope. I gotta be multi-dimensional all over and shining around everywhere. And I smell good. This stuff smells good, like caramel. It smells good. What's the oil name? Okay, this oil is not going to be on the list But I got this from like Marshall's or TJ Maxx in the beauty section where they have all the oils and stuff and body care. It's called Brazil Nut Shimmer Body Oil. It's by Body Prescriptions. I think the brand is called Body Prescriptions. And I'm not sponsored. I'm just using it because it's good and it's almost empty. Look how much I've used. And it smells so good. And it's a thick oil. It's not like one of them thin oils. It's a thick oil. And so you stay moisturized literally all day. So I put this on one time, and by the evening time, you can still feel it on you. It's because it's thick. And I don't even have to put any other lotion on, any other moisturizer when I wear this, because it's that good. And look, just make you shine and shimmer like you're glowing and have good moisturized skin. Put it on my neck. Put it on my chest. That collarbone so it can pop. All right. And also, y'all get my books. If y'all are on Amazon, y'all go pick up Sprinkle Sprinkle and Too Pretty to Pay Bills and all the other ones that I don't feel like grabbing right now, but they'll be mentioned once you click on those. What lotions do I like? Okay, right now I'm using this one by Naturum, the Skin Renewing Retinol Body Lotion. This works pretty good too. So, but right now I'm using the oils for the daytime because I'm going out in the sunlight. I gotta sparkle and shine. But like when you get out of the bath, before bed, like this is good. Oh, you said, oh, there's some dusties in here. Oh, well, you know, if men feel more comfortable around women that have standards and want a certain lifestyle, perhaps those men are really wanting to be able to meet those standards but can't meet them yet, so they're defending their dust until they can. Because if men were really looking for women, they'd be looking for women in their own caliber and not the ones that challenge them to do better in life. You know, men that look for women or to down women who has high standards really like those women, but he can't reach the standard, so he tries to knock them down to where he can reach. But like I said, men that can't reach your standards and try to knock your standards down for them to reach them, they don't even want you after they knock your standards down. Because if they really wanted you at those low standards, they won't be dating women with those low standards already. You know what I mean? They wouldn't have to get you to knock yours down. They just go find someone that already had low standards to begin with, and they would be with them. But see, they don't want them because their standards are too low, which is the same reason they're not going to want you once they knock your standards down, get what they want, laugh, and be like, oh. You know? So you don't take your standards down for any man. Okay? Because if they want lower, they can go get lower with no problem. Wonderful. Okay. I'm getting ready to wrap this up now that I'm moisturized. Smell good. And put some more of this on top of the oil because that kind of like makes it stay longer. Spray my deep. Ooh, it smells good. Yeah, men always try to get you at a discount, and they still can't even afford that. They be putting that on credit, trying to get loans for the discount. Don't even bother with no dust, y'all. All right. Go for somebody that already has what you want, not no potential. Get the man that already has a lifestyle to offer you. He's worked hard. He's done what he's supposed to do. He's put in his due diligence in order to attract the type of woman he actually wants. And he's put in work. And he has more coming in. You don't want to deal with somebody that's struggling, baby. Because they'll just bring you right down with them. Never deal with a struggling man. Always deal with somebody that came to present and give you more and bring more to your life. If not, why are they there? They're there to waste your time and look stupid, because you should definitely dismiss them upon arrival. All right. I'll see y'all later. Thank y'all, everybody. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And also, look, if y'all are wanting to join the Patreon and ask me questions in private, definitely join tier 2 and up. Message me there. If you want to join the mail out or the VIP, you get a letter every month from me, handwritten. But if you just want to ask me a question, I'll answer you back within 1 or 2 days. Join the Patreon tier 2 and up, and you'll be able to access the messenger. And I'll talk to you when I talk to you. I'll literally answer your question. But please don't write a giant paragraph, because I don't need to know your history. I just need to know the problem. Okay. Do I believe in a second chance? Do you believe in re-entry fee? A second chance means an upgrade on your vehicle, man. Like, is he going to take you to the dealership to buy his second chance from you? Is he going to upgrade your vehicle? Upgrade your house? What he gonna do for you? If you gonna give him a second chance, what he gonna do for you? Okay? It's second chances are not free. Okay? Because then the third chance will be free, the fourth chance will be free. And if everything is free, why would you do right? Okay? What's he gonna buy to give you? What's he gonna give you for him to get that second chance? Is my question. What's he gonna do for you? What does he want to do for you to earn it back? Most men want to earn you back, because if it's free, do they even really want you? Most men will chase what they want. So if they really, really like you and they want a second chance with you, then the chase shall begin. And they need to impress you all over again. It's like starting all over, but they got to bring their wallets, and they got to pay more this time because they messed up. So where's the money? You can buy those books on Amazon. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Just type in Shera and then type out the word 7, and all my books should pop up. Okay. Thank y'all. I'll see y'all soon. What should you ask for a gift? Whatever you want. I mean, whatever they can afford. Start off small and then grow. So maybe like an expensive bottle of perfume. It's always a good place to start. See what they can do. All right. If you've been with them for a while, ask them for jewelry. All right. I'll see y'all later. If they cheated and you're trying to get your re-entry, they're trying to get their re-entry fee, take them to the dealership. Make them put a down payment on a new car. It's a nice gift. I'll see y'all later. Bye.